If you believe the context, the 10 Commandments in the Bible were dictated by God. But a lot of people don't believe that, because if God, the mind and the heart behind the whole universe, decided, I'm going to give you the 10 most important instructions that could ever be given to human beings, you'd expect them to be awesome, and at least free of any flaws. But they do seem to have flaws. Take the coveting commandment. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, nor his male servant, nor his female servant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is your neighbor's. First of all, it's a little out of date. I don't think I've ever met someone who owns an ox. And if you do get one, I think people might say, oh, wow, you have an ox. But I don't think you're gonna run into a lot of ox jealousy, or people trying to steal it away from you. So has the word of God not been able to keep pace with the times? Also, is this commandment just for men? Why doesn't it say your neighbor's spouse? Or what about people who aren't married? Plus, is God sort of lumping women in with property? Also, servants. Is God only saying this to wealthy people and classifying some people as property, and the only reason you don't mess with them is because they belong to someone else? And why just list these things? What if someone doesn't have any of these things? Does God really need to just throw out examples? Or if he did, you'd think that they would be something that applies to everyone. So it seems like there are some issues here that have to be reconciled before you could really feel like this came from God. Of course, you're totally free to come to whatever conclusion you'd like, but here's one thought. In dream psychology, one of the most common and universally agreed upon dream symbols is this. A house is a symbol for our mind. If you're dreaming about a house, often it and its contents have to do with what's going on in our minds. So if dream analysts know that, maybe God knows it too. And if the house really is a universal symbol that speaks to people all over the world, is God speaking to us in that universal language here? Swedenborg says yes. He wrote that even the commandments have a deeper level behind the outer one that applies to everyone, at any time. And in this one, as in dreams, your neighbor's house is your neighbor's mind, any of our minds. The wife in all of us is our longing to do what's right, that which is close to our heart and which we care about deeply. The servants are our critical thinking skills and problem solving, the servants in our minds. I know I want that, now those skills can serve to figure out how to get me there. The animals are what's connected to the earth, our physical senses, what we enjoy or find beautiful. So to covet your neighbor's wife is to want to possess someone's sense of right and wrong, to manipulate it to get them to do what you want them to do. To covet the neighbor's servants is to want to control someone's rationality and decision making, telling them how to think or distorting the facts so that they end up thinking a certain way, all leading to get you what you want. To covet the animals is to know what's appealing to someone and to use that to lead someone to serve you in some way. That's coveting, because you want your neighbor's life, the heart, the mind, the feelings that are supposed to serve them, are supposed to lead them to what's happy and higher and free, and you want to take those faculties and make them serve you. To have the processes that are going on inside them, the essence of their lives bent and twisted to get whatever you happen to want, to get you votes, or to get you money, or to get you to feel strong, or to feel adored, or to get things done your way, just using people as disposable for your ends. But people's lives aren't yours, they're theirs. There's a special place in the mind that belongs to each person, and don't mess with it unless you're really trying to help them, for their sake. But if you're only after your own profit, don't touch that space. Don't scheme about it, don't think about how you can get in there, don't long for it. In other words, don't covet what is your neighbor's. And that's what it means to not covet. And then if you think about that law and the impact that it would have if we all followed it, if people weren't pushing each other into conflicts and wars, if people weren't deceiving each other into buying things they don't need or aren't good for them, if people weren't looking for power in relationships or to be the one in charge, if people weren't willing to do anything to be the center of attention, if no one used someone else as just a tool to get what they want, if we all stopped doing all of that, think about how that would affect the human race, how that would change the world. I mean, looking at it that way, I think, yeah, this could be one of the 10 most important things for people to do.